We see all types of law firms on TV, but what actually are they like behind the scenes? We're joined by Kayla Onder with Kayla Survivors and how she works on sexual abuse cases. It's very important work. We thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. What do you think sets apart this area of law from all the other cases?
It's incredibly unique. Trauma doesn't end when the injury ends, or the abuse ends, I should say. So it's a really unique area of law, and not everybody does it well. Mm-hmm. I'll say it that way. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of personal injury attorneys, and sometimes you'll talk to them, and maybe sexual abuse cases is another notch in their briefcase, but it's very rare to find a firm that's all they focus on. So my team, that's all we do. We don't do slip and falls, we don't do med mal, we don't do auto accidents. All we focus on is sexual abuse law.
When we talk about some of the unique complexities that are involved in these types of cases, can you go over some and how you're able to navigate your clients through them?
Yeah, so what you asked earlier about how it sets it apart, there's a few things that set it apart, and one of it is the evidence. So if you talk to an attorney who mostly handles auto accidents, what's one of their first steps they're going to do? They're going to go to the insurance policy. They're going to go back to the scene of the accident, look for skid marks in the road, or if they do truck accidents, they're going to look for that black box. That's not the evidence that we have in sexual abuse. There's not going to be a paper trail that says this is what happened from top to bottom. So knowing what to look for, what questions to ask to kind of paint that picture and the story for your client is really important. And that's why I think it's really important that if you are thinking of coming forward, that you go with an attorney whose focus is sexual abuse litigation.
Very true. Very good tidbit there. Now, your main goal is always to get justice, but what you've seen from your clients is that they're able to ultimately, through the process, gain further healing of their trauma.
Yeah. It's just another step in saying, you know what, I was believed by somebody. Somebody heard my case, heard my story, and they believed me, and they brought it all the way. So, a lot of times when you think about litigation, you think about courtrooms and attorneys, but it goes far beyond that. And for a lot of these clients, that's ultimately what they're looking for. They're looking for validation that they didn't do anything wrong and that they're believed. And that's my goal with every client.
Absolutely. Make sure that you guys reach out. For more information, visit KaylaSurvivors.com. You can also give them a like and follow on social media. This was really great information, and I really hope that people can reach out so that they can get the help and the healing for their trauma that they need. Thanks for joining the show today.
Thank you for having me.